Hi guys, I'm Zada and I am a nomadic modern day healer. I travel around and offer my healing services wherever I go. And I walk by my truth so that you can walk by your truth. And today I am sitting here with Kim and Karina, and I met them in Hot Springs, Arkansas, which was just a nice little trip that I took to meet people. And we're going to sit here and just talk a little bit about walking by faith. And it kind of gets into how I met these two, and we'll talk a little bit about what they do here in Hot Springs. And so I'll kind of start. So I knew I was heading to Hot Springs, but I had no idea what I was going to do. I've been sleeping in my SUV and just staying wherever I go. And I was like, well, let me find an event so that I can hopefully mingle, network, see who I can meet. And I looked up a drum circle. And so I was like in my car, headed from Texarkana, going to this drum circle. And I said, something's telling me to check the address. So I get on Facebook to find this drum circle, and I find a completely different address. So that's the one I ended up at. And it was a drum circle, but nothing like I had ever been to before. But Spirit has its own way of leading you where you need to go. And so that's where I met Kim. So Kim, do you want to tell us how you got to the drum circle?
It appeared on my Facebook feed, and I'd been looking for the drum circle locally. And I thought, well, this must be what they're doing this day. So I thought I needed to go. And I asked Karina if she wanted to go with me, and she said they were doing a new moon ceremony with her group. So she said she invited me there, and I said okay. I said maybe I'll come there instead. And then as the days went on, the more I thought of it, I said nope, I have to go to the drum circle because there's someone there I have to meet. So I felt this way one other time when I lived in a different town, and I met one of my best friends because I had to go to a psychic fair that she was at, and just felt it from inside. So I went to the drum circle, and Zada was there, and I'm like, oh, that's who I need to meet. and brought her home.
Yeah. We were just drumming away, and then at the end she came and sat next to me, and she said, so you want to come home with me? And I was like, sure, why not?
So I got a couch you can sleep on. Come on over. It's got air conditioning. So
so I've been here for 3 days. And in the meantime, she introduced me to her granddaughter, Karina.
Yeah.
Who did this beautiful henna on me and drew me a beautiful picture as well. And what do you do here in Hot Springs?
I do art a lot, and then I do
Awesome.
art full time. And then in addition to that, I've expanded to the body art. So I like to travel with that. And then I'll also do readings and Reiki every so often. So depending on when the time matches up with different people, and it just is an adventure. I just show up.
And you have a business. What is your business?
Catchmyeyehenna.
Okay. And you're currently working out of?
Metaphysical Connection.
Which is?
A little cool metaphysical shop, which is anything beyond physical. So we're mind, body, soul kind of
Nice.
Situation where we try to just tap in, help out a lot. Like, there's a million healers out there trying to find who it is they're supposed to connect with, and what kind of keys we have for each other as we all unlock. So I think that we're just one of the places available in Arkansas that you can go to and hang out. And
you're located downtown.
We're right near Vortex, so that's really cool.
Okay.
Right in between North and West Mountain. So that's a really neat spot to be in. We have all the natural springs running underneath us, and then we're surrounded in just the land of crystals that grow underneath. So
it's a little purple shop downtown.
A little purple shop downtown that has all of nature kind of coming up. And
you do a lot with crystals. You like to go dig for crystals.
Yeah. We have several digging mines around here, and you show up, and you can take a whole day to dig as you please. There are rules on a lot of them as if it fits in your car. You can take it home,
Nice.
Which means if you go and you're ready to find some crystals,
You can.
Yes, and you can spend a whole day. You're guaranteed, if you're willing to work for it, you're guaranteed to find crystals.
That's awesome.
And then I'll start creating grids out of them and gifting them and connecting and drawing pictures of them. And
you mean the art you gave me? So you gave me a crystal with it. So were you infusing them together, or what led you to put them together? Was the drawing based off the crystal? Was the crystal based off the drawing?
Combination. I knew I was going to make the drawing for you. I knew that it was going to be a mandala that had intention as far as for meditation or for downloads, receiving information. It just seemed important that you had a mandala. At which point, I was going through my stuff and I went into my card box because I was just trying to check in real quick one more time. Like, am I supposed to have the cards out? Am I not? Because sometimes you never know if they're like, hey,
absolutely.
Please use me. But when I went to open my card box, I found a crystal in there. And the crystal was like, I'm different. I've got multiple points. I've got things that I got to do, and I'm funky. And I was like, you're a crystal that needs to do, and it's a golden healer. So I was like, this is a crystal that needs to do some really good work. And
awesome.
The combination, once I decided to do the drawing, it was, I kept the crystal in hand as I do the drawing so that the energy of the crystal can be channeled. They're kind of partners.
Okay.
So that you can hold the crystal. It has energy that's working with the mandala and your energy.
Right.
So you almost have a trio going on whenever you do this work, which I believe the 3 is like a sacred number that we can do extra powerful work when we're acknowledging that, like, trio. They're trio. Funny how we'll end up in that sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll have both, and it's just a combination of being able to meditate and have the crystal to do other work, have the mandala to zone out, zone in.
And while Zada was here, she was kind enough to do a healing ceremony, or healing, not ceremony, but healing
Session,
yes, with me. And I connected with one of my guides during the session. Might be a new guide, but I connected with one that I hadn't seen before, so that was pretty cool.
And you've been in the line of work for most of your life?
I think the journey started basically when my son was born, which was 40-some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And he wasn't expected to live, and he did, and he's 40-some years old.
That's how that
And
works.
it's been quite a journey.
We've had a lot of great conversation the last couple of days, and just talking about walking by faith. It's kind of what brought you to Hot Springs, right? Because you're not from Hot Springs.
No.
So what brought you to Hot Springs?
Well, we just kind of looked for a place to go. My sister came to the house one day after work and said, "If you could live anywhere in the United States, where would you want to go?" And I'm not one to get up and go. I'm like, I'm fine right here. She goes, "No, but if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go?"
Right.
And so we got out a map, and we kind of put in, there was some kind of a program we put in the computer actually, and put into what we wanted out of a place.
Nice.
And it came up here.
Very cool.
And so, and we just felt good about here. And at the time, I had a friend that lived here, but he's moved on to Carolina now. But it just felt. I love the trees. I love the green.
Yeah.
And I was in Arizona for a long time, so there wasn't the trees and the green. There was the rocks. So, but every part of the United States is beautiful in its own way.
We've also talked a lot about just living by faith as far as finances and our work schedule.
I mean, I could have been to work at 9 a.m. today, and it is currently around 11. So, yeah, I feel...
Manifesting, you just manifest and live by faith that it's all gonna be provided,
If you're willing to show up and stick to that truth and take the risks that feel very terrifying sometimes, surrender. Don't fight it.
Yes.
Don't try to use your logic to say, oh, that could work, but, because all those buts will keep you from everything that you're supposed to do.
And no judgment. I found that too. No judgment when you walk by faith. Just as long as you're going with integrity. We talked a lot about integrity this week.
To me, the most important thing.
Yeah. As long as you're walking in your truth and your integrity and going with where you feel like you're supposed to go, I feel like Spirit just takes care of you. I mean, living in the SUV is great. I love it. I have the freedom to go. But let's face it, it's summer. It's getting warm. I mean, I'm out here sweating, and it's, what did you say, not even 11? Barely 11.
So we're not in the heat of the day.
Yeah, we're not even in the heat of the day yet. And, I just went. I live on the go, and you just have faith that you're going to be taken care of, And so when I first got here and you invited me into your home, I even Facebooked and I said, why do we worry? Because everything always is taken care of. The birds don't worry,
You just can't try to control. I think it's the control where we start to freak
it's
out.
It's hard not to feel like you're in control of your life and to leave it to Spirit to just control it. Yeah. It is a big step of faith.
Right.
It's like, okay, I will be taken care of, and but it's hard for your mind to comprehend it. You know, it's just.
I think that's why the integrity in that core is so important, because you can't control, but you need to manifest.
Right.
And it's a weird combination where if you know your heart, what you need,
Right.
and what you want to offer, if we are like under the understanding that everyone can do something for another human.
Right.
And if there's a thing that says, man, this makes me so happy to share with others, if I sign up and say, you know, like, this is what I need to do. I need to show up and share my gift with others. And then outside of that, I'm not going to try to control it. But
Right.
even that sometimes becomes too much control, because then every so often the universe is like, here's one more gift in case you
Right.
thought that was what you were supposed to do. You know, this got you into the lifestyle. Now here's what you're actually
Right.
going to be doing if you're willing to receive gifts as they come in
Right.
and not be so focused on what you thought was your original goal.
Well, and Spirit shows you what you, in a way that you need to see it. You know, like just how I got on my journey of being out here. You know, it's like I wasn't just going to close down my shop to move and on the go, you know? So it's like Spirit was like, hey, I need you to go do this little project. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can go do that. You know? So that kind of like got everything into a box. So that it got me moving. And then it was like, oh, wait, no, that's not your final destination.
Now you're going to go here.
Now you're going to go here.
And for some people, the moment that you hear, hey, the thing that you just left everything for to pursue is 2 months in and not going to happen, that would be a thing where people just go like,
Get crushed.
Yeah.
I left everything for
Yeah.
this. I have
You can go into
uprooted
victim
my
mode.
life. Yeah.
You can go into victim mode.
And or you can say, you know what, it's a great opportunity. I'm going to go hop in my car, travel the world,
Yeah.
meet people, and
See what's
learn
in store.
new things.
And never know who you're going to meet.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it has been a true honor and a blessing to be in your home.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed having you here.
Yeah,
It's
I've
been
enjoyed it.
so nice having you
Lifetime friends.
here. Yeah, I think
And
so.
I love coming to Hot Springs, so I'll definitely be
Yeah.
back.
Anytime you're in town, come here and stay.
Yeah. And it was a great honor to meet you as well.
It's a good honor to meet you too. I don't know how to, like, I usually just like let's just do the air hug right
Air
here,
hug.
like, because we have Granny in between. But thank you.
We'll hug it out before I
Yes.
actually leave.
That sounds like a much better plan where we can get true arms going.
Yeah. But thank you. And thank you for tuning in and watching us. And if you're ever in Hot Springs, please look up Karina for readings, Reiki, or henna, or just come hang out with her. She also has some beautiful art, and I'm sure she would love to infuse it with some Reiki for you to
Oh
go
yeah.
home.
Let
They're
it just
beautiful
flow.
mandalas. And she also does consignment, right? Or not consignment, but like
Commission.
There you go.
Yeah, if you have requests, if you have a space in your or a room in your space that you're like, this needs a mandala for this purpose. I do intention work too, so intention mandalas where you can just say, I need this to be really infused with like the encouragement. I've worked with like throw citrine on a piece and allow you to have your creativity flow and
And you
what-
do both murals
Yes.
and art pieces that can be moved.
And websites
Yes.
they can see your artwork on.
Yeah. What's your website?
catchmyeyehenna.com
Awesome.
And also now the new metaphysical one.
and metaphysicalconnectionhotsprings.com.
And I'll post those for you as well to see and ways to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these two are worth connecting with if you were ever in Hot Springs. They'll bring you as much joy as they've brought me. So thank you guys. Many blessings.
Thank you.